Greetings, fellow citizens. This is Citizen Kong. Uh, yeah, I haven't donned the Fez yet, so I forgot that. What would Fez Night be without me forgetting something? I'm gonna go get some coffee. Be right back. Alright, I don't know. I get half a cup. So, it's been kind of rainy here in San Diego, Southern California, United States of America. And haven't really been outside much, but it's probably a good day to stay indoors and make videos. You know, I've been getting kind of annoyed with YouTube lately. And I suppose it's some of the drama that I found myself entangled in. And yeah, I'm a little bit drama weary, actually. I don't really see an easy way to extricate myself. So we'll just carry on. What's that sign? I said there's a British specialty shop, and it has this sign. I think it says, "Be calm, carry on." If I have that wrong, somebody please correct me. But I like that slogan. It's even better than "Mind the Gap." All right. This is always bad when I start a Fez night and I have nothing to talk about. Yeah, I've been doing those other videos, Ask Citizen Kong, so maybe I've talked myself out on that. Anyways, time to don the Fez. Greetings, fellow citizens. This is Citizen Kong, and welcome to another Fez night. Tonight's Fez night shall be called Fractured Fez Night. The reason why I'm calling it Fractured Fez Night is I'm going to try a little bit of a different format. And I've been just, the last couple Fez nights were just really long. And I think that I'm being a little bit too self-indulgent. Perhaps I should button this a little bit. I feel a little bit uncomfortable. Should I just like flash my chest? Maybe I'll get readings. Oh, look at Citizen Kong's chest. Hey, at least I don't have man boobs. Look at that. No man boobs here. God, just silliness. Just silliness. So, yeah, I was on my computer last night. And by the way, I want to thank people for their responses to Ask Citizen Kong. I would also enjoy it if you would respond to those questions in the comments. And better yet, post a response video. I don't know, I'd like to keep doing those for a while. Please don't be annoyed if I don't answer your question. I mean, face it, I can't ask every question. And I've been getting a lot of silly questions too that frankly I don't want to bother with. Oh, let's see. I can't help it. I got some mail in here. Let's look at it. Comment posted on Ask Citizen Kong. Oh, yeah, Gizzy Tierson, I was answering his question about what would we take during a fire. And he says, oh, blimey, the ID stuff, insurance docs, it's a tough question. Yeah, that whole thing about grabbing stuff if there was a fire, yeah, I never really thought about it too much. That got me thinking last night. Yeah, so like I said, those past Fez nights have been going on really long. But I'll keep doing Fez night, but I'm going to try a little something different here. Try to cut down the chatter, the stream of consciousness. Yeah, I was on the computer late last night, I started to say, and I heard the news that Whitney Houston had died. And part of me said, wow, I should post a video. Whitney Houston died. I said, yeah, why bother? But some people do get a lot of views with that. They wait for something current, some current event. And I think I used to do that a little bit, but it wouldn't be like breaking news, you know? I think it's sad if somebody gets their breaking news from a video on YouTube. And Granted, I've gotten some breaking news by videos on YouTube myself. What does that say? What does it say about me? What does it say about us? I talked to my friend Reese, and he'll bring up local news. Reese has a lot of time on his hands, but he doesn't own a computer. He's like computer illiterate. And so he watches television. And so what was this recently? There was a police officer that was convicted in San Diego for basically in the gas lamp quarter, he would pull over women for DUIs and say, what would you do to get out of this ticket? And yeah, we all know what he was thinking. And he got busted. And frankly, there's two other stories about corrupt cops in San Diego. One, I think, had something to do with the Vice Squad being friendly with a club downtown or a club somewhere and putting pressure on the competition to help this business that they were friendly. Basically, the Vice Squad would go into the competitor's place and rattle their cage a little bit, to cause them a little bit of trouble. I don't know whether there was any actual benefit derived from this, but they're in trouble too. Damn those corrupt cops. I feel like adjusting my hair. Sammy Stolidium Lane asked me if I'd ever grow my hair out long again. And I told her I would say I'm going bald on top, so I'd end up having a skullet like Timmy's. Which wouldn't be so bad, I guess. But my new job doesn't... I don't know if I would quite want to start rocking the ponytail at work. We'll see. Yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah. Oh, the corrupt cops. And there was a third one, but I can't remember which. But the point being is that I don't... Spending so much time on the computer, basically I don't have a television, and I only listen to the radio in my car, and I listen to podcasts in my car. And so either I'm playing music off of my iPod through my old stereo system, which is pretty cool. It sounds great. I have these big speakers. It's like a mid-1980s era Yamaha stereo, and it still works, basically. So I hook my iPod to it and listen to tunes on that, or I'm on the computer watching videos. And so every now and then I'll check the news, or I'll get an alert in my email. But it's less local news. It's more national and world news. So Reese is telling me about this cop being convicted, and I'm like, whoa, yeah, I'm a little bit familiar with it because I listen to AM radio on the way to work. But as far as breaking news, yes. So I got an alert that Whitney Houston had died, and I thought, yeah, I should make a video. And I've noticed other YouTubers do that. They get good views based on that. They announce a story. And here I am talking in circles. citizenkong, what's wrong with your brain? How if I know? Yeah, I guess Whitney Houston was going downhill. It was pretty obvious. Why women want to date bad boys? Okay, I kind of understand a little bit. But there's also, I'm not a badass, so I'm kind of like, oh, why don't you go out with me? Why don't you go out with that bad boy? When I was in middle school, actually junior high, I started calling it middle school because everybody else calls it that now. But when I was in junior high, there was a gal named Rose. And I can't remember her last name. Anyway, her name was Rose, and she was really cute. Oh, man, had such a hot body. And she was in all the classes I was in, which were these, advanced classes. And, but she wouldn't pay any attention to the nerds in our class, because basically I was a nerd. I wasn't one of the smartest nerds. Boy, these guys in math and everything would way surpass me. But I think the advantage I had on them is that I could slip out of that, that whole math, science, Trekkie mode and work with my hands and do a little bit. So my knowledge was a little bit more generalized. yeah, a lot of these nerds were very, very specialized, and I could dabble in each of these areas, and somehow that qualified me for these advanced classes, I suppose. And years later, I was taking photography, and my teacher was best friends with Rose's older brother, who I still remember from high school. And oh yeah, and I went to high school with Rose too. I forgot about that. But mostly, I'm thinking my crush started with her in middle school. And this is relating to Whitney Houston because she dated that bad boy Bobby Brown who did drugs and who tore her down the wrong path. But it was also her choice. And I kind of mentioned to my friend teacher, who was kind of my friend, I said, "Yeah, Rose wasn't all that bright." And I don't know why I said that because she was bright. And Lou said, Richard Lou was his name. Richard said, no, actually, she was very, very smart. And I asked myself, why did I think that? And I thought to myself, later I realized, I said she wasn't all that bright because she dated bad boys. You know, she found that appealing. And but then again, if you put the roles are reversed, I've always had a thing for the bad girl, but bad girls don't want anything to do with nerds either. So you're kind of stuck, you know. Oh. By the way, I've got a taker on that dating website that I was on, and she sent me her phone number, so I'm going to call her today at some point. I've been procrastinating. I think she sent me her number like Thursday or something. And
Time to check the babbling.
okay, so that's part of my new format. I'll stop now, and I'll continue on part two. And I'll have to remember where I left off. Oh yeah, the dating thing.